chance to pop in here.
No, I think
I usually only like to have about 10
in the casino.
I usually only like to have about 10 people on this call. It's great when you can kind of have it nice and small, and that way I can have the potential to open it up depending on how I feel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, Julia, how are you? Julia, you're in the dark.
Yeah, she's out there. Paul's there.
Good to see you, Ed.
Sed's out there. Good. Some more people are popping in right now. Sed, great to see you.
Hey, Sed. Mr. Blakester.
What's up, Sed?
We'll mute this out so there won't be any TV background noise if anyone's watching any TVs. If you got one of those there, 1963 remote controls, just give that TV a little douse in there with the mute.
My Netflix is stuck on the same program.
Netflix.
Can't get it off.
Sometimes you hear Smokey and the Bandit CBs on this call, and
Really?
God only knows. Okay, well, we're going to get started. You know what? I think I'd like to get started right now. I know it's late in some parts of the world right now. We've got some guests in from the other side of the pond, which means, we have people in the Middle East area out there on tonight's call. We got people all over the United States. Tracy and I are here in Canada, and I want to get started. So, Tracy, if you've got the
I'm going to mute everyone out, Val, and then unmute you. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, I'll take care of that. Okay, I'm unmuted.
We're good to go.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Well, listen, first off, I want to thank every single one of you for taking the time to get on this call tonight. I really do appreciate it. Some of you came in from different parts of the world, and that really means a lot to me. Thank you for staying up so late just to be a part of this presentation. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Val Smith. I've been in the network marketing industry for 40 years. I feel like Moses. I got to say that. I feel like Moses. I've been in the network marketing industry for 40 years. I've been a student of the industry, a scholar of the industry. I don't think there's anything that I do not know about this industry. I'm not the type of person that got involved in this industry just to waste time. I had to grow. I had to evolve. I used to be a very shy, scared, introverted person. I had a lot of personal, professional development to do. And I had some major breakthroughs. And then I went from nitwit marketer, I like to say a nitwit marketer, to a network marketer, to a corporate executive. And over the years, I've had great success. And probably my last 18 years, I've kind of evolved into a pretty good marketer. I'm not talking about me, but I just want to give you some history. And so I've been able to start my own training courses. I used to teach a course called the Dead Sea Scrolls to Marketing. And it's my personal belief system. You don't have to buy into anything I say tonight, but it's my personal belief system that a lot of things that are being taught out there in the world of affiliate marketing, network marketing, direct selling, I think a lot of it is bogus. I think a lot of it's garbage. I think a lot of it's a waste of money. And I hope to do everything in my power tonight to prove to you that my convictions and my statement is pretty much factual. It is in the world that I'm a part of. So anyhow, we're sitting here on tonight's call. You're watching me here on video. You're all sitting in front of a computer, a laptop. Maybe you're on a cell phone watching me. Why are you here? Ask yourself the question tonight, really, why are you here? Are you here out of curiosity, or is there something missing in your life? Is there something missing in your online experience? My understanding is there's a possibility that you would like to use your electronic device, whatever mechanism that is, from desktop to laptop to cellular telephone, if I may say that. You want to use that to create a lifestyle. Maybe you want to use that to subsidize your income. Maybe there's something going on into your life that you need more. There's something more you're looking for about the internet. Maybe you heard of rumors out there where people out there on the internet making copious amounts of money or earning a lot of money utilizing their electronic devices, and maybe you would like to be a part of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a beautiful thing. But the big thing you need to know is that you are the most powerful tool that's going to either create your success or create your failure, okay? We're not going to blame companies. We're not going to blame compensation plans. We're not going to blame concepts on the internet. We've got to take responsibility for our actions and the way that we choose to operate in the online world. Now, one of the things that's really shocking to me is the fact that millions and millions of people out there on the internet have a dream. And I get that, and it's a wonderful thing to have a dream, but unfortunately, many people are losing money on the internet. It's not becoming the vehicle they thought it was going to be. It's not becoming that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. For a lot of people, it's becoming a very strong financial liability. It's taking effect on their personal lives. It's taking effect on their financial lives. And for some people out there that have family in their life, children, a wife, a husband, it's taking a toll on the wife and the husband too, because what happens is the online world is so predatorial, it's so addicting, it's just so easy to get sucked into something that you don't know anything about, okay? And I'm just being honest with you. So that's why I think it's important in anything you do, separate reality from hype, okay? If you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, if you want to be a rabbi, if you want to be a minister, if you want to be a teacher, if you want to be an educator, if you want to be an airline pilot, what do you have to do? You have to study. You become an expert in that particular industry. And unfortunately, the internet tells us, not the internet itself, but the voices on the internet tell us that you can have this incredible life very easily by just joining a program, using an automated system. Ladies and gentlemen, stay in bed, be brain dead, bring no intellectual consciousness to the business opportunity, but just use this automated system and you're going to get rich. I mean, that is very predatorial, if you ask me. That's serial. There's serial predators out there on the internet that will lie to you and tell you these things. Well, the best thing that I've discovered is knowledge, and not just knowledge, but applied knowledge. And so what I want to do tonight is I want to talk to you about an academy that I've put together based on my 40 years of experience, based on hopefully wisdom. I think I was fortunate enough to gain some wisdom out of this industry and help you eliminate a lot of the garbage that you're going to have to filter or go through. Because the last thing I want to see is you spend the next 10, 15 years of your life. I'm 55 years old right now as I sit on this call, and I don't have another 10 years of my life to waste chasing money on the internet. I want to do it right now, and I want to do it today. I want to do it tomorrow. I don't want to wait. I don't want to go through the trials and tribulations. I don't want to buy into the books. I don't want to buy into the tapes. I don't want to keep buying seminars for the rest of my life. Those days are done for me, and thank God they were, because if I kept allowing myself to do that, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in today, and I'm in a pretty good position. So let me talk to you a little bit about this academy I put together, okay? It's called Legends VIP Network, okay? Tracy and I actually put it together, but it's something that I've been doing since the late 80s, 90s, and leading it in. Again, I told you I taught a course called the Dead Sea Scrolls to Marketing. I kind of say that because I kind of, I came from a little bit of a charismatic biblical background. I kind of came from a Pentecostal background. I'm not a big fan of organized religion anymore, but that was just my journey. And so I kind of thought, everyone said you got this esoteric course. What you teach, nobody else is teaching out there. So I thought, why don't I separate it? Instead of calling it multi-million-dollar money earners, I called it the Dead Sea Scrolls to Marketing. I sold this course from my house. I had affiliates selling it for me from 2001 to 2006. We sold $91 million in these courses. Now, I didn't say I earned $91 million. I wish I did. I didn't. But the affiliates made pretty much 90% of the money, but I did really well. So as I kind of watched the industry evolve, it wasn't about solid, grounded, ethical, moral information anymore. As social media came into play in 2006, it became a free-for-all. It became like and I'll use a biblical term here if I may, not to offend anybody, but it became like a Sodom and Gomorrah out there on the internet. It was like, everybody, let's chase the golden calf. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do any work. We put all these forms of automation into place. So I call that the very predatorial world, because the internet today is supposed to be about social media. But my question to you is this: is it really social? Could it be antisocial? Because there's not a lot of real, genuine, authentic socializing going on in social media. A lot of it is a facade. A lot of it is fake. And a lot of it is not personable. People don't want to engage. I mean, putting a love heart and a little blue like button on there, I mean, I get it, but that's juvenile. That's something a kindergarten baby could do. So I'm a big advocate of relationships. So now let me get to the point here. Let me take you into what I want to talk to you about tonight. So with this academy, and I'm just going to share with you, I'll think, Tracy, do I have the ability to share? Okay, I do. Thanks. All right, let me see what I can do here. So I've got to pull something up. What do I want to pull up here? I've got to pop that up. Make sure I get this, getting past the Pitbull Legends VIP. All right, let me just bear with me 1 second, please. I just got to pull up what I want to pull up, and then I'll share with you. So one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to share with you some of the great points, some of the great elements of the Dead Sea Scrolls that I taught back in the day. It later evolved into a company called Mentors in Motion. And I'm a big advocate of teaching people communication skills. I'm a big advocate of the power of persuasion. I'm the big advocate of spiritual, universal principles created by who I choose to call God. Call it your higher power, call it higher consciousness, call it, whatever you want to call it. I happen to call it God just because that's the way I learn things here in my part of the world and in my community. So I believe in something. I'm not atheist. I believe in something, okay? I'm a spiritual person. I'm not a religious person. So when I take a look at all the elements going on around us in the online world, you've got dysfunction, recruiting dysfunction, recruiting dysfunction, recruiting dysfunction can only equal dysfunction. The only thing that I've ever seen duplicated, because the great cookie cutter puppet teachers out there on the internet teach you, I call them puppets. They're brainwashed. They bought into a silly doctrine, and they'll tell you that in order to be successful, you need to duplicate. I've been in this game for 40 years. The only thing I've ever seen duplicated successfully in the history of marketing, and I've generated over $1.7 billion in sales within my teams. I've personally built teams, over 2 million people around the world. I've trained and have had in my organizations throughout the years over 2 million. And the only thing I've seen and witnessed with my eyes is failure. So please forgive me if I don't buy into duplication. I think it is absolutely beyond pathetic to teach a human being the power of duplication. Delegation, replication, maybe. Duplication, no. You can't duplicate me. I can't duplicate you. We use the same system. Well, Val, people aren't duplicatable, but systems are. Systems aren't duplicatable. You and I can go out and use the same system. We can be in a coffee company. We can be in a health and nutritional company. We can use the same automated system, and I promise you, some of us are not going to make money even with the automation, and some of us will make a lot of money. It all comes down to skill set. So people ask me, what am I really good at doing? Okay, I'm going to kind of throw this at you, and don't be offended when I use one of the words here. I'm not going to curse, but some of you might take it the wrong way. What I am very good at doing, you're all under hypnosis right now, by the way, just so you know that. I just want you to know. What I'm very good at doing, I'm just kidding. So what I'm very good at doing is teaching intellectual intercourse. If there's any guys on this call right now that would like to learn how to pick up chicks, I'm your daddy from Cincinnati. I can show you how to do it better than anyone in the world. I'm kidding. So anyhow, the bottom line is marketing is about intellectual intercourse. And I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about psychological stimulation, okay? That's what it's all about. And in order to create sales, in order to generate, business within your business, you have to be able to sell to people at a subconscious level. You sell to the subconscious mind. And you don't have to, you can do it through automation and video, but I like the power of conversation better. So what I've chosen to do here for you all tonight is actually walk the talk. I want to show you that I'm not full of crap, because every time I talk and I share some information with people out on the internet, they say, who do you think you are? Nobody can do that. I mean, that's impossible in some cases, or, they say like, yeah, I'd love to see you be able to do that. Because a lot of teachers on the internet will tell you that you have to go through all the no's in order to get through the yeses. You got to go through all the no's to get to the yeses. I have to laugh at that. I mean, I agreed with that when I wasn't very smart. But now that I'm a little bit smarter than I was before, I can get any human being in the world to say yes to me 100% of the time. I'll prove it on tonight's call, so you know I'm not BSing you. I can get all of you to say yes to me to looking at anything I want you to look at. It doesn't mean I can get you to buy anything, but here's the formula. You want to make money in affiliate programs and multi-level marketing and direct selling? If there is no exposure, there is no closure. Like, let me give you an example. I've got a yellow Ferrari Testarossa. There's only 11 of them in the world sitting in my garage. I've got a Porsche sitting in the driveway. You know, I've got a collection of cars sitting in the driveway. I've got all kinds of stuff. Now, you don't buy a car unless you take it through a test drive. When you're going to spend $400,000 on a car, or $150,000 on a car, or $3,000 on a car, whatever, hopefully you're going to take it for a test drive. That's the exposure. But what happens to people on the internet, they try to close the deal. They try to recruit, sponsor people right away. You've got to take them through the exposure in order to create the closure. But you have to close the exposure. All right? So really what it is you got to ignite. As a human being, you've got to ignite, you've got to invite, you've got to expose in order to close. Ignite, invite, expose, close. Okay? But how do you do these things? And this is the problem on the internet. People join business opportunities, they don't launch them. I've been teaching launch parties since 1988. How to launch a business. Steve, we talked about that earlier today, Holton Bugs. You want to launch your business. You don't want to join a business. Anybody can join a business. And then they can go into stagnation. They can go into a state of psychological paralysis. Because what do you do after you join? Who do I talk to? What do I do? What do I say? I don't have a very strong self-esteem. I can't speak the language, whatever it is. All these things go on in people's minds. Tracy calls it creative avoidance. It's people that self-sabotage. After that, they don't do anything. And then they wonder why they've been scammed, cheated, ripped off. They've never been scammed. They've never been cheated. They've never been ripped off. It's just they never became a part of the picture. They never became a part of the team. They never became a part of the company. Just because you join something doesn't mean you have a business. Just because you join something doesn't mean you're entitled to make money. Now this is where the work happens, okay? So with this academy, the way I'm doing it tonight is I'm letting you all come here for free tonight. There is an opportunity for you to make money here, but there is no obligation for you to do that. I am going to teach you some really cool things tonight I think are cool. They allowed me to make unbelievable amounts of money, and my students to make unbelievable amounts of money, and to have other companies copy my work over the last 20 years. So the really cool thing is I want to talk to you a little bit about that tonight, let you come check this out. This is your test drive. Right here tonight is your test drive. You get to test me out tonight. You get to watch me in action. You get to hear, you get to see, you get to witness things that other trainers can't teach. And then you can decide if you want to take it a step further. Once again, no obligation for me to show you everything. Reveal, open the curtain wide open and reveal the vault and show you what's inside the vault. And what I teach creates millionaires. And I'm not kidding. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. There are people out there in the world that I could bang out a whole list of names right now that you've all heard of on the internet, and they came through me in order to get to where they are today. Okay? So kind of like a little Yoda sitting here on the call with you wearing a baseball hat. So let's talk about some of the things that we can teach, all right? Somebody asks you a question. Here's some of the things that people are going to throw at you. And I'll do these things. So right now I'm going to talk about overcoming objections, okay? Because I said I would teach you some stuff for free. Which technique would you like me to teach you for free? Take your pick. 45-second close, I can do that tonight too. I'll do a demo on tonight's call. I'll overcome a couple of objections right now, and then no money, no problem. Tracy will actually put a link in here tonight. This is a freebie for you guys tonight. So if any of you are in a home-based business right now, if you're marketing coffee, you're marketing health and nutrition, you're marketing affiliate programs, you're marketing anything, any company, I don't care what it is, you're going to have people, okay, you're going to have people that are going to say, I just can't afford it. Or they'll check out your business, they'll say, oh, I'd really love to join you, but I just don't have the money right now. And here's me overcoming that objection, okay? So, hey, Val, I was on that call tonight. It was absolutely phenomenal. I just, it was great and everything, but I just don't have the money. So what do you do when that happens? Here's what an amateur does, somebody that's been trained by somebody that has no idea what the heck they're talking about. Well, okay, well, why don't you get back to me later when your life changes, you'll have some money. Maybe you can talk to your wife or, blah, 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 whatever. Can I keep you on my list for 3 months? And maybe I can call you in 3 months. Maybe your circumstances will be different. That's what 90% of the people say. It's garbage. It's just like, oh my God, really? So here's how I handle it. Hey, Val, I was on your call tonight. It was absolutely phenomenal. I'd love to get started with you guys. I just don't have the money right now, but man, that was incredible. If only I had the money, I would join forces with you. Here's what I say. You know what I say? I say this. I say, you know what? That's phenomenal. 90% of the people on my team right now, 90% of the 3,782 people that are on my team right now, they didn't have the money. I got them started immediately. And as a matter of fact, guys, I'm just telling you this. As a matter of fact, I have somebody on this call right now that's sitting on this call right now watching me that tested that methodology today, all right? Asked me the same thing, and I said, let me show you where to get the money from, all right? So Tracy's going to put a link in here right now if she doesn't mind doing that. This is where you can send people. You don't have the money? No problem. Go to that link. Do you see the chat? Go to the chat. You'll see the link right there. I give that link out to anybody that doesn't have any money to start a home-based business. So if you're in a coffee company and the guy doesn't have the money to join your business, send them the link there. They have an opportunity to get money. I can't begin to tell you how many people I have put in my business when they tell me they don't have the money using that link. All of a sudden, the money shows up like magic. And it's not going to happen. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen all the time, okay? But 10 out of 10 people, you might get 6 people that get credited for that, okay? Out of 10 people, you might get credited for that. Out of 10 people, 6 people might get credited for that. So that's pretty powerful, all right? That's very, very powerful. So we've got the ability to get people the money to get involved in any business opportunity they want. So think about all your different products and your different companies out there. How powerful would that be for you if you just didn't say, oh, okay, would you get back to me later? Give them an option to get the money if they wanted to get started. All right? And then I'll show you another technique tonight too. I can show you how to get involved in any business opportunity without taking any money out of your pocket. People love that. So guy comes to the call again and he says, Val, okay, well here, let me take you back to the beginning. I've got so much information in my head tonight that I'm going to be jumping around a little bit back and forth. So here's another one. Have you ever had anyone ask you this question during your marketing career? Have you ever had anyone ask you this question during your marketing career, marketing any product or service out there, anything even outside of myself? So somebody says to you, hey, Jeff, how much money are you making in the business? Have you ever had somebody say that to you? Hey, Jeff, how much money are you making? For some reason, people, when you want to introduce them to a business opportunity, they always want to ask you how much money are you making first before they would ever consider getting involved in a business opportunity, because they're looking for a way to edify their belief system that you're probably not making any money. So here's what happens to an amateur or somebody that's been trained by a useless upline or a useless teacher or a useless sales coach, okay? You're taught to say this, well, you know what? It's really not about me, it's about you. And I'm brand new at this business. I haven't made any money yet, but eventually I will start making money. We're just getting plugged into the system. We're getting our systems up and running. And I thought maybe we could work together and make some money together so we could celebrate. And I've got an incredible upline. They're going to help us make money. Have you ever heard something useless like that? Most people come up with that statement, okay? When somebody asks you the question, I'm teaching right now, so take notes. When somebody asks you how much money you're making, I'll give you an example. Val, yes, you know that business opportunity you're in right now? You're marketing coffee. I'm not really, but I'm just using that as an example. You're marketing coffee. How much money are you making in that program right now? You know what? That's a great question. And please understand, I'd love to sit here and brag to you about my income right now, but that's a compliance issue. If I were to open up my big fat mouth and start bragging about how much money I'm making in the business right now, our policies and procedures say that I can be eliminated from the company, lose my position, and face legal action. It is against the law to use income claims as a form of enticement for me to manipulate you into my business. So please understand, we're not going to pursue that conversation right now, because if word gets out, I'm bragging about my income, I am out of the company. Tomorrow I can be overnighted, a legal piece of documentation, and I'm gone. Now that's kind of the longer verbiage of it, you know, but my point being is, when somebody asks you how much money are you making, all you say is this: great question. I'd love to brag about my income, but in our policies and procedures, that violates compliance. I could be facing legal action within 24 hours of answering that question, and everything I worked so hard to build can be eliminated tomorrow, all because I talked about money. I think that's a pretty good answer. That's the respectful answer. That's the answer the FTC wants to hear. That's the answer the attorney generals want to hear. That's the answer the lawyers want to hear. And if you're part of an ethical, moral company that has strong standards, that's the answer they want to hear. When people talk that language, you are a rock star, you are a superstar, you're impressive. Anything else is wrong and just not very professional. Okay? What else can we do here? So overcoming the objection, I talked a little bit about that. Let's talk about getting involved in the business opportunity without taking any money out of your pocket. So somebody says to me, hey, Val, hey, yeah, you know that business opportunity you're in? Yeah, I do. How much money would it cost me to get involved in that business? So what do you say to the person? Well, you can buy the basic package for $199, or you can buy our diamond package for $499, or, you know, and then you got to pay, you know, you got to pay $89 a month auto ship, and then you got shipping and handling on that. You know what's going to happen when you do that to somebody, even if you do that to me, and you know, that's not even an issue in my life. The money side of it's not ever going to be an issue in my life. It's going to start separating people from your presentation. It's going to start eliminating people, because those people are feeling like you're separating them from money. Okay? The worst thing you can do, I think, unless you know somebody and you know they're loaded and they you know, money's not an issue in their life, the worst thing you can do is sit there and start saying, hey, like it's $400 to get started, it's $100 a month auto ship, it's $35 for shipping and handling, and it's a one-time starter fee of $99. You've lost them. They're going to say, oh yeah, sounds good. Nah, I don't have the money. So when somebody comes to me, remember, you got to close the exposed. Your mission is to close the exposed. Because you came up with all this monetary crap, these people aren't even listening to you anymore. They don't even know what they're saying no to. They haven't gone through the evaluation. They haven't checked out how great your company is yet, because they're psychologically blocked, because they're thinking about the separation of $400, $600, $200, $100, whatever it is. They don't want you taking anything out of their pocket. They don't like it. It's a violation to them psychologically. So they're going to say, no, I'm not interested. But what if somebody said this? Hey, Val, yeah, you know that business you're building? Absolutely. I know the business I'm building. How much would it cost me to get started if I wanted to work with you? If you wanted to work directly with me, you know, that's a great question. If you wanted to work directly with me, I could show you how to do it without taking one penny out of your pocket. Is that something you can afford, yes or no? There's a yes. That's how you can close them in 45 seconds. How much would it cost to get started? If you want to work directly with me, I can show you how to do it without taking one penny out of your pocket. Is that something you can afford, yes or no? They got to say yeah, because who couldn't afford to get involved in the business without taking one penny out of your pocket? But now, let me take it further, because you're probably saying, okay, sounds good, but then what happens? All right, because money has to exchange hands. So here's what happens. Then now I just close them for the exposure. Now I said, now I'm going to say, hey, look, it's going to take 22 minutes. I want to show you the game plan. I want to show you the blueprint, and you can decide whether or not you want to work with me. No money out of pocket. So they go to the conference call, or they go to the webinar, they go to the presentation, and guess what happens? They check out the presentation, they come back to you, and then they say, hey, I was on that call tonight. The guy said it's $400. Or the gal said it was $100. The guy said it was $199 for that package. Whatever. It costs money. That's what they heard. It costs money. You said I could do it without taking one penny out of your pocket. I don't have it here with me. I would have did it on tonight's call. I left my wallet downstairs. Anyhow, here's how you get involved in the business. So here's what I do. I say, here's how you get involved in the business opportunity without taking any money out of your pocket. So let's say I was going to join a coffee deal or a health and nutritional deal or something deal. Here's how I've got involved in business opportunities without taking any money out of my pocket in probably the last 22 years. I can't even remember. So here's what I do. I take a look at the business opportunity. I assess it. I evaluate it. Okay. I say, can I do something with this? Do I have a skill set to do something with this? Or is there a system that I can tap into to start creating momentum right away? These are the questions I'm asking myself before I start thinking about any monetary expense. So I'm focused on the company. So then what I do is I take out my credit card and I say, hey, little buddy, I need you to do me a favor. So I'm actually talking to my credit card like there's something mentally wrong with me. I'm talking to my credit card and I say, hey, little buddy, I need you to do something for me. I want you to buy me a business. Because before I got on this call tonight, I went to the grocery store. I bought groceries. I went to the gas station, put $95 worth of fuel in my car, filled it up. Okay? No money came out of my pocket to do that. I put it on my credit card. Why? Because I'm cheap. Yeah, I got the money and all that stuff, but I just put it on my credit card because I can use my credit card as a tax deduction. Expenses on my credit card as a tax deduction. I also get air miles on my credit card because I know how to beat the system. I get air miles or banking points on my credit card. And then now the credit card company paid my way into the business. No money came out of pocket. I start building the business right now, coffee, health, nutrition, telecommunications, whatever it is I want to do. My first month in the business, I'm usually pretty good at this stuff. I can make a lot of money. But let's say I only go out and I make, my first month, I only go out and make $1,500. But let's say I came into your business at $400. But I put it on my credit card. No money came out of my pocket. So I'm not going to see the invoice for the expense of that business for about 28 days or 31 days, whatever. The credit card company's not sending me an invoice right away is what I'm trying to tell you. And so I go into a company and I make $1,500 my first month, my first 2-3 weeks, or I make $400 or $500 or $800. Take your pick. It's totally up to you. So I get that commission check first. How much money came out of pocket? Nothing. I have a master plan that I'm not going to teach on tonight's call. It's in my back office. I show you how to put astronomical amounts of people in your business, okay, in a short period of time. So I start building my business. I've got, say, $300, $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, whatever you want. I take that profit from my first commission check, and then I use it to pay the credit card company their $150. They're $200, they're $300, whatever it is. I got involved in the business without taking no money out of my pocket. Now, what if we taught all our new prospects and distributors that in every other business opportunity we're in? You're going to psychologically empower them because you're going to kind of go, oh, yeah, dude, you're a genius. That doesn't feel so painful all of a sudden. It doesn't feel as painful as, well, you're going to have to pay $400 tonight. You've got to create options for people. And when they say they don't have the money, the other option is, like Tracy put the link in there. Guy says, I don't have the $100 to get started. No problem. Here's a link. Let's see if you can qualify to get the money. And then the other thing, the worst case scenario on the credit card, somebody says, well, what happens if I don't make the $100 back my first month? Who cares? 18% interest, loan shark money on $100. What's 18% of 100? I guess it's $1.80. And interest, make the $1.80 payment to the credit card company, minimum payment. Give them $5. It's a tax deduction anyhow, and you got the next month to start rocking and rolling. Some of us come out of businesses and make $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 our first week. $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 our first month. Putting it on a credit card is a freaking joke. You know, even if you have $1 million in your bank account, Don't take the money out of your bank account. Put it on the credit card. Take the cash back on your credit card point system, the air miles, and use your credit card as a business expense for tax deductions. Those statements are good. And just pocket all this money. Stick it in your pocket, you know, and have a great life. So I shared with you I shared with you overcoming some objections, you know, like how much does it cost, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know, the objection of, you know, an objection is a question really, you know, how much is this thing going to cost me, that thing, and then how much money are you making? What else can I teach you tonight? A 45-second close. There's a lot I can teach you tonight. I could sit on here for 4 hours tonight and do a seminar, but I'm not going to. I'm just kind of giving you bits and pieces of the puzzle so you can take this information into your world and apply it in your MLMs or your affiliate programs, whatever. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can make money working with me tonight. You're not obligated. If you're not interested, I don't have a problem with that, but there's some things I can teach you that I'm not going to talk about tonight because you wouldn't believe me if I told you. It's almost like walking on water type of stuff. That's in the back office. So right now, I'm being honest with you. I'm baiting you. I'm using bait, teaching you some really cool things tonight that you can use in your business, but maybe it's good enough that you might say, well, you know what? I'd like to pick that guy's brains. I want more information. I want access to what he's got. And then I'll show you how to make some like really good money. All right. I can show you how to make over $100,000 on tonight's call. I can kind of talk a little bit about that without totally giving you my blueprint, because I can't give you away. I'm not going to give you away my bread and butter. Okay. If you want it, you got to come to the table. Okay. So let's talk about the 45-second close. All right. I think I can get off of this page here for a second. Let me see what else I've got here. I've got to just bear with me here for a second, if you will, please. Okay. I got to snap onto this again to come back. Boom. Stop sharing. Okay, so now I'm back here with you. So I want to show you how to close somebody in 45 seconds, okay? Just turning my cell phone off. I want to show you how you can close somebody in 45 seconds to evaluating anything you want them to look at. As a matter of fact, I can do it in 7 seconds, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to show you another version. But in order for me to do that, let me just see who's on here tonight. Where's Jeff? I saw Jeff out there earlier. I need somebody. You got to find somebody that's on video here. Everyone's all boogied off video. I hope I'm not scaring you tonight. Let me see if I can find somebody on video. I don't know everybody out there. I do apologize, but I want to do an interaction. Let's see. I'll just ask you, James, you can see me right now, right? James is on video. He's nodding his head yes. If you look, you'll see James. James, by any chance, do you do electronic banking? Okay, so he's nodding his head that he does electronic banking, all right? So I established that. All right, so here's what I do with people on the internet. Instead of saying, hey, guys, you want to check out my link? Hey, guys, I'm in this great business opportunity. I want to show you some, all that type of stuff. I don't want to do that. I just want to get right to the point. James, do you do electronic banking? Yes, so he's saying yes. He really can't interact. He's shaking his head yes. So let me ask you this question. Since you're doing electronic banking, if there was a way that I could show you using your electronic banking system and using a cell phone how to put $200 into your bank account each and every single day, would you be interested in that? So 200 times, 7 days in a week. We could put $1,400 a week in your bank account using your cell phone and your electronic transfer account. Would you have any objections to giving me 22 minutes to show you how to do that? He's saying no. He has no objections to doing that. So that's all I do with people is I say, listen, do you have an electronic banking system? Are you using electronic banking? Yes. If we could do $200 deposits every day using your electronic banking, would you give me 22 minutes of your time to evaluate how we can do that using your cell phone? That's one. Is there anyone on the line that has a black cell phone? Just put up your hand if you have a black cell phone. Awesome. So some people have a black cell phone. It's got to be black. Now, that black cell phone that's sitting right by you right now on your desk, if I could show you a way to put $3,700 a month in your pocket using that black cell phone, would you give me 25 minutes of your time, no obligation to anything? Y'all would. So these are the questions you got to ask people on the internet. This is what's going to cause them to engage. Don't say, hey, man, is there anyone out there that wants to use drink coffee? Is there anyone out there that wants to use healthcare products? Nobody does. No, they know what you're doing, but they don't have. So you got to go with the cell phone. You got to go with something that's a part of their life. Is there anyone out there that has a modem in their house? Yeah, I got a modem. Is there anyone out there that has an internet connection in there? Hey guys, you have an internet connection? Guy says, yeah, I got an internet connection. I say, how much does it cost you for internet every single month with your carrier? He says, it costs me $79 a month in my internet connection. I say, wow, that's a liability, man. So you're actually dishing out money to use the internet. You want to make $2,400 a month with that internet connection sitting in your house using your cell phone? Absolutely. I just need 22 minutes of your time to show you something. Nothing for you to buy. Just 22 minutes of your time. So what I'm doing is I'm closing the exposure. Does anyone here have a mortgage or rent? Yeah, sure. Some of you have a mortgage, you got a rent payment. Hey, you got a mortgage payment, you got a rent payment? No problem. I can show you how to make that mortgage or rent payment every single month with an application on your cell phone. Would you give me 11 minutes to show you how to do it? They're going to say yes. So tell me, where is the no? Where are the no's? How come nobody's saying no? But all these great sales trainers on the internet say, in order to be a great marketer, you got to go through the negative experience and bash the crap out of your self-esteem to the point you want to quit and get all the no's out of the way first. Those people are freaking insane. And you can tell them personally that Val Smith said you're insane and you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. There's no such thing as no in my world. It's always yes. And that's part of the universal spiritual law. When you understand how the universe works, when you understand there's a law of gravity, if you walk on, let me tell you how poisonous motivational speaking is. If you walk off a 30-story building, what's going to happen? All the power of positive thinking, all the goal setting in the world is not going to save you, because there's something out there that's more powerful than motivational thinking, positive thinking, setting goals. All that stuff's trash in my world. The bottom line is there's a law of gravity. I didn't create it. Something created it. It's real. It works. And it pulls people to the ground. So, think about that, all right? Not everything that you read or see on the internet is real or factual, okay? So I think you all kind of know where I'm going with this. I don't want to waste your time, but I think a lot of you know where I'm going with this. There's a lot of great information, communication skill sets that you can learn to have people in the palm of your hand. If you wonder why your sales aren't being generated in your coffee companies or your health and nutritional companies, or your MLMs or your affiliates, if you're wondering why you bring people into your business and they don't do nothing, they just sit there, and you wonder when they're going to start building the downline, like when are they going to start recruiting? They're not recruiting because they don't know what to do. They're not recruiting or building the business because everything they've been taught is crap. They're tired of hearing the no's. They're tired of not knowing what to say. They're tired of the rejection. So you better have a system in place to teach people how to build big organizations, how to answer questions, overcome objections, create curiosity, create uniqueness in the building. You got to become a leader. All of you got to become a leader, okay? And there's a lot of other things, again, that I could take you through tonight that I'm not going to take you through tonight, but I think you know where I'm coming from. So what I'm doing is I'm offering you the opportunity to stay on the call a little bit longer, and I'll show you how I can help you make $100,000 if you want, cash in your pocket, not waiting for commission checks, not waiting for any company owner to send you money. You get paid instantly, cash in your hand, touch it, feel it, smell it, cash it, spend it the same day. All right? And if you're not interested in that, I hope you got a couple things out of tonight's call for free. Use them in your business, and good luck at what it is you do. And you can come back here and listen to this presentation as many times as you want. That's totally up to you. You can do that as many times as you want and learn some valuable information along the way. Okay? So what I want to do right now is I'm going to show you a video. Actually, Tracy, if you don't mind putting it on, it's probably better coming from you. I'll give you a few seconds. I'll keep talking. I'm going to show you a video. If you want to register for my academy called Legends VIP Network, if you'd like to become a student of and get back office access to all these videos where I teach some pretty esoteric, crazy stuff that's made people an awful lot of money out there. I've made this affordable. I do apologize. I can't give you it free. I guess I could, but I'm not going to give it to you free. But I've made it affordable for every man, woman, child on the planet. I made it affordable for people in third world countries. And I think it's really powerful information because my mission is to help you become a superstar in the industry, be in a position where you don't need an upline for anything. And it would be wonderful if I could help you become smarter than most company owners when it comes to marketing. I don't need an upline for anything. There's no upline out there on the internet that I would ever need to help me build a business. That doesn't mean I'm better than anyone else. It's just I'm in a position that I know how to build a business. My record in building a business and network marketing is 487,000 people in my downline in 11 weeks. Not 11 years, 500,000 people in 11 weeks. It sounds unbelievable, but I can prove it to you beyond a shadow of a doubt. And, you know, we're usually averaging 600-700 people a day in our downline. I can show you the system to do that. You'll learn all that in the back office. Okay? By the way, that company that we did that in, they imploded. They went out of business very quickly because their merchant accounts were only designed for 15,000 people. Okay? It's going to be pretty amazing when you learn how these things are done. And you don't do it going to your family and friends. And you don't do it using automated systems. And you don't do it doing three-way calls. And you don't do it going to coffee shops and meeting people. I was talking on average to 1,800 people a day. Sitting here in my house in this chair while the world would watch me speak. And I was signing up over 700 people every 4 hours. Not personally sponsored, but within our organization. And that, my friends, is the God's honest truth. And you'll discover how I did it in the back office, the complete blueprint right down to it. So I'm not here to put 100 people in my downline in 2 years. I have no issues putting over 100,000 people in a business in under 6 months. And you'll learn how to do that. If you're interested, and if you're not, you can waste time on the internet and just listen to all those gurus out there and buy their crap forever and ever and ever. Amen. You know, that's the way it works. So Tracy's going to put on a video right now. I'm going to show you an unbelievable system. That's exciting. If you have any questions, you can ask me any questions at the end of this. If you want me to go over something again with you, I'll do it for you. I just want to make sure that you're perfectly clear and understanding everything that I'm talking about tonight. And then feel free to get off the call anytime you want. But right now, Tracy's going to show you an ATM machine, a license to print money, marketing this free webinar that I do tonight. If you can give this webinar free tonight to people, get them to come look at this free webinar tonight, if you get in the system, you'll be able to make some serious money. And I can answer questions in regards to what I just said in a second. But let's take a look at the form of compensation here, and I'll shut up. Might have to crank the volume up.
Guys, I want to show you a phenomenal affiliate concept. Imagine having the opportunity to earn a $100 bill over and over and over and over again on a daily basis effortlessly in an automatic pilot. We presently have people earning over $300 to $400 a day here right now, and they don't even know how they're doing it. It's that simple. Isn't that amazing? The best part about this is there is no company owner. There is nobody to dictate. There is nobody to control the commissions. This is all done through instantaneous transactions between you and a direct retail product user. Isn't that amazing? Let me show you how simple this works and how you can start cashing in today immediately. Okay? All right. So here at LVN, it's $147 one time out of pocket to enroll to get access to the product. Now, you're going to be enrolled by somebody called a sponsor. Okay? You're going to have a direct retail transaction between you and a sponsor. Not you and the company, but between you and the sponsor. The $147 is paid to that individual we call the sponsor. The sponsor's going to keep a $100 retail profit on a retail sale, and their wholesale cost in making sure that we send out and transact that product is $47 to the actual manufacturer of the product. Isn't that amazing? Now, here's the best part. The This is an incredible affiliate concept. Using the one-up system, everybody has to qualify with their first sale. So now it all starts with you, okay? You came in, you bought at 147, your sponsor made $100, no problem. Now, your very first sale, this is going to be called your qualifying sale, and let's say that person is Bill. Now, when you introduce Bill to buying the business package, Bill's going to pay 147, but that 147 is going to transact with Bill and your sponsor, because the very first sale you introduce as your qualifying sale, they are referred to your sponsor one time only. You never have to do this again. Now, you can go out now and start your second sale or your first active sale, okay? Let's say your second sale, or I may say your first active sale, could be Tracy. This is not a qualifying sale. This is Tracy. Tracy purchases the product at 147, transacts with you directly. You keep $100. You're invoiced $47 to supply the product from the manufacturer. Boom, you keep $100 retail profit. Now, here's the beautiful thing. What does Tracy have to do? She has to do exactly what you did previously. Tracy needs to qualify. Tracy's going to go out, generate her first sale. You didn't generate this sale. Tracy did. But Tracy's obligated due to the qualification process of referring Troy, which is her first qualifying sale, to you. So now you get a referral and you make another $100 bill. Isn't that amazing? And you didn't even know who Troy was. Tracy is now free to go. She can start her first active sale like you did, her first pay line, whatever you want to call it. She can start getting into profit immediately. Now, Troy is working directly with you. He was referred to you by Tracy, so guess what? Congratulations. Troy's working directly with you. Troy goes out, generates his first qualifying sale. You don't even know this person. You don't even know they exist until you get a notification. This person is Mike. Mike needs to transact this sale directly with you. Boom, you pick up another $100 bill. Basically, effortlessly, in an automatic pilot, Mike contacting you saying, hey, I understand I'm going to be working with you directly. I need to pay the 147. You keep that $100 bill. Troy is now free to start his own first active sale. Mike's now working with you. Guess what? Mike wants to get qualified. What does Mike have to do? Mike has to refer his first qualification sale to you, Terry. You don't even know Terry. Hey, you didn't even know Mike. And now, boom, you pick up another retail transaction of $100. So far you've made 100 off Tracy, 100 off Troy, and 100 off Mike. And you only knew one of these people. Isn't that amazing? So what you're seeing here right now is an infinite pay line, an infinite retail concept generating $100 bills for you to infinity. Because guess what's going to happen next? Mike brought in Terry. Well, guess what? Terry wants to qualify. Terry's going to introduce Karen. And guess what? Karen's got to go in your pay line. You pick up another $100 bill. It's as simple as that. And guess what Karen's going to do? She's going to introduce Susan. And guess what? You pick up another $100 bill. Everyone's got to leave one qualifying sale in your infinite pay line. Isn't that amazing? Now, what happens if you go out and generate a second sale, a third sale, a fourth sale, a fifth sale, a second sale, let's say? Dennis, you pick up $100. And then what happens if Dennis has to qualify? Brings in Rhonda. You pick up $100. And what happens if Rhonda has to qualify? She brings in Vivian. You pick up $100. You're getting paid $100 on every referral being situated within your pay line. I mean, really, what more could you ask for? Everyone is capable of referring one person to LVN to get access to a product that nobody else in the world has. Learning how to close people in 45 seconds or less. Learning how to overcome every objection. Learning how to put minimum 12,000 people in your team per year. And learning how to get involved in any business opportunity in the world online with no money out of pocket. Who would not want access to that and at the same time get paid $100 over and over and over again? Folks, this is absolutely exciting, and it's something the industry needs. For those of you that are serious, get back to the person that sent you this video, let you hear this audio, share the website with you, and let's get started ASAP. I'll see you at the top.
Okay, so let me tell you what all that means here very quickly here. Okay, let me just...
There you go.
Okay, now what that means is this. So I'm assuming, I'm making an assumption that most of you know what network marketing is or multi-level marketing is. In multi-level marketing, you build something called downlines. Well, in that illustration, you are seeing the downline growing. One leaving, one leaving, one leaving, one leaving, one leaving, one leaving, one. Everyone's referring one person into your downline before they can go start their own independent downlines. So for every person in your downline in an MLM company, how much money would that be worth roughly? Think about it. How much money are you making in MLM? So if you're in an MLM company, health, nutrition, coffee, facelift products, cellular phone, you're making 3%, 5%, 2%, 6%. So in a standard MLM company, if you had 100 people in your downline, you would probably make on average with 100 active people in your downline, you could probably make about $400. Okay? So $400 I think is pretty good. 100 people in your downline, $400, roughly $4 a person. Here, it's only one time out of pocket to get access to this complete educational academy that nobody else in the world has. I'm the only person that has this. It's my content. And it's one time $147 out of pocket, no monthly fee, no annual fee, and you could be getting $100 per sale. So 10 people, what did I say? 100 people in your downline times $4 roughly on average per person in a regular MLM, $400. If you had 100 people in your downline here, 100 times 100 is $10,000. You would have $10,000 here. So would you rather have $400 or would you rather have 10,000? Every person that comes into your downline here, and you don't even know who they are. You didn't even recruit them. You didn't sponsor them. They just fall in, and we have the complete tracking system that puts them in your downline, and you get shot a $100 bill every person in your downline. What happens if you had a downline of 1,000 people, and you can start as many of these pay lines as you want? You could have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10, as many as you want, and they're all building down to infinity. If you had 1,000 people in your downline, you know, that would pay you $100,000. If you had 1,000 people in your downline in MLM, that would pay you maybe $4,000. There's a $96,000 on average difference. $96,000 difference, guys. No monthly fee, no annual fee, and you learn how to walk on water in the industry. You learn how to become a marketing machine. You learn how to become like a communicating machine. When somebody asks you questions, you don't have to get on the phone and say, hold on, I got to get my upline on the phone. You know everything. Boom, boom. How much is this going to cost me to get started? You know what? If you like what you hear, you like what you see, it doesn't have to cost you anything. No money out of pocket. Is that something you'd be interested in evaluating? Yes or no? How much money are you making? Great question. You know what? I don't want to sit here and brag to you right now. I can be eliminated from my company. That is a compliance issue. That's using a legal term called compliance, or sorry, a legal term called enticement. I'm just not allowed to start talking about income claims here. It's against the industry standards. I've got to protect myself. My check can be taken away tomorrow. You know, that's the truth. If you're in a coffee company or an MLM company and you start going, hey, I'm making $7 grand or 10 grand a month, and if I hear you say that and I tape you or I record you saying that or have any evidence of you putting that in a text message to me and I send that to your company owner, you're not going to be making $10,000 the next month. You're going to be gone. They have to kick you out. They have to. Even if they like you, they have to find a way to get rid of you because they don't want that publicized on the internet. It's against the law for income claims, but yet a lot of people still do it. I get it. And, you know, you can still do it if you want, but be very careful on how you do it is what I'm saying. So remember, the best answer is, you know what, that's a compliance question. I'm not at liberty to get into that conversation right now. You know, instead of running around the internet saying, hey, man, I'm in this great coffee company. I'm in this great facelift company. I'm in this great weight loss company. You know, why not just say, hey, man, you got a cell phone? Guy says, yeah, great. What color's your cell phone? Mine's black. You want me to show you how to turn that black cell phone that's sitting in your left hand right now into $3,700 a month? No money out of pocket? Yeah, absolutely. They're going to say yes. Anyone got a rent or a mortgage? I'm just kind of recapping with you. Anyone got a rent or a mortgage right now? Yeah, you got a renter or mortgage? Great. You have a cell phone that's attached to that renter or mortgage too? Yeah, I've got a cell phone. Why? What's up? I can show you how to eliminate that rent or mortgage every single month using that cell phone. You can have your monthly payment for your mortgage or your rent every single month using that cell phone. Do you want to see how to do it? Yes. Then you bring them in to whatever it is you need to bring them into. They've got to check it out. All right. So are there any questions on tonight's call? I mean, we're pretty much wrapped up tonight. My calls are a little bit different all the time, but I just kind of wanted.
No, I just wanted to bring up the fact that the back office, these are great. I mean, these are live trainings you're getting for free, but we've also got a full back office suite of all kinds of great trainings and audios and videos in there as well. You're just getting some great gems right now.
So what is the product? The product is a video digital back office library of content that most company owners would die to have. They just can't have it because it's not. I'm not selling it to them. It's not for them. All right, it's ours. So you get your own login information. You can go into a back office and archived, as you'll see me on videos. I'm talking tonight, but they're short clips. They're like some are 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes. All these different clips, and I break all these different things down. Is this a pyramid scheme? What's the perfect answer when people, oh, you're one of those pyramid schemes? There's all kinds of videos, and there's videos in there that show you how to handle that question too. All right. It's really good when you really know how to handle everything. And my objective here is to help you become a 9th degree black belt in the art and science of building a business. We've got a 7th degree black belt on the line tonight right now in Taekwondo. David Martin. He's been to Olympic trials and everything. We got a champion on the line here right now. David Martin's out there. Any quick questions or comments? You can unmute if you want, if you have a question or comment. Or my objective is to help you build your business. Like anything that you're in right now, I want to help you kick butt in that business because I am better than your upline. I'm better than your company owners. I'm not trying to be an arrogant jerk, but those guys have nothing on me. They've never come close to what I've done. I don't care who your top speaker is, and I know them anyhow. Even if they've made only $3, $4, $5 million in the industry, I've blown them out of the water on that. That's kindergarten change.
I just wanted to say great information as always, Val, and welcome Yakov Govny from Israel. He came in just a few moments ago, but he had to leave.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
great to have him on here from Israel. That's fantastic.
Yeah, he caught the first part of your presentation, but missed the rest. So hopefully he can catch up with the recording.
Yeah, we got the recorded version. If anyone wants to see it, it'll be available in the subscribers room.
Yeah. So we're taking over the world with this.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not about me. I want you guys and gals to start teaching this. Take it out into the world and start sharing with people. It's not about me here. Like I don't want people to say, I'm some, leader in the industry. I don't want people to say, shave your head and follow me. I want you guys and gals to be productive in the industry. I use this information every day to make money online. Like I know it's when you're in the position of knowing this information. Have you ever seen a YouTube video where an orca whale is throwing around a baby seal? I do this to people online. They have to submit to me all the time because I bury them. They try to send me their links, and the first question I'll ask them, just to play with them like an orca, is I'll bury them with this one question. I always ask somebody that's pitching me on a deal on the internet, is I say, how much money are you making? Well, I'm not making any money yet. Okay, well, please don't waste my time. My time is very valuable, and if you want my time, here's my PayPal account and send me $1,000 and we can talk.
Well, I had somebody tell me today that he got started in his program 2 days ago, and he's going to train me.
Fantastic. And everyone's a trainer out there. Everyone's a success coach out there, but they don't have a pot to pee in. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. It's for some reason, everyone has to say they're a life coach, a success coach. Even the motivational speakers that you see on stage in Las Vegas, even if I don't mind saying it, even if you go to a GoPro seminar down in Vegas, not all, but most of those speakers are not successful in network marketing. They're not network marketers. They're vendors selling their stuff to the network marketing industry. The reason why they're not in network marketing, I've always wondered why some of those big name speakers that are on TV infomercials never get involved in multi-level marketing. And the reason why they don't get involved in multi-level marketing is because they know their stuff doesn't work. Just imagine if you had 1 million people in your downline that were not making money. Oh my God, that'd be pretty scary. They'd be exposed, is what I'm saying to you, as exactly what they are. It doesn't work. Their stuff doesn't work. Power of positive thinking, goal setting doesn't work. How many people have set goals on the internet? How many of you set goals? You know what? Let me I'll show you one more thing. I want to leave you with one more thought before I let you go, because I get wired up now. I start to get wired up late at night. So I go to this Christian minister. They call him Reverend. I call them ministers. They call him Reverend. I said, we'll write you a check for $1 million. $1 million cashable today at the bank. If you can show me anywhere in the Bible that Jesus taught goal setting to his disciples or anyone in the world. Jesus never taught goal setting. He said either you believe or you don't. Goal setting was created in about 1939, 1940, 1941 by the Conan Nightingale organization. The self-help movement was created by the Conan Nightingale Association. It was created to create codependency and give people a new crutch on self-development and motivation. If you want to learn the truth, go to the Torah, the Bible, the Quran. If you want to really get motivated and understand the universal spiritual principles, go to a real book. You don't need a motivational speaker. I know people that have been going to seminars for 18, 19, 20 years. I know people that buy every book, every tape, every video, every audio, and they're still sitting on the same shitty couch they were sitting on 18 years ago. You know, they still have a black and white TV in their house. They still have a computer they've been working for the last 8 years because they haven't been able to figure it out. And neither of the motivational speakers, because what motivational speakers do is they teach you how to take a lemon and get lemonade out of it. What the universal spiritual laws teach you is how it became a lemon in the first place. That's the difference. Cause and effect, and motivational speakers treat effects with effects. You know, they're nice, they're exciting, it's entertaining to go to a seminar. I go there and get entertained, and I laugh my ass off when I go to a seminar because I see through it. It's all a kindergarten facade to somebody that understands it like I do. But everyone else is sitting there going, oh, yeah, and they're up dancing. They're caught up in the hysterical, hypnotic movement of the facade. All right? It's man-made. Anything that man makes, it's nice, but nice doesn't make you money. Okay? I rather live on the real universal spiritual principles when it comes to prosperity. And that's why millions and millions of people all over the world on the internet are suffering every day. They sit on Facebook or Instagram every day hoping that something's going to change in their life. And the only thing that changes is their underwear the next day, nothing else. Any quick questions or comments before I let you all go? I don't want to hold you up here too long. All right, if there's no other questions, listen, thank you all for coming to the call tonight. I hope you got something out of it. There is a recorded version of this. The call does change a little bit as we do these every Tuesdays and Thursday nights. I'm vibrating at a different energy on different evenings, so you never know what's going to come out of me. I have no idea what I'm going to say when I come to these calls. I just get on here and I just open my mouth, and I'm not rehearsed. I'm not choreographed. I don't prepare for anything. I'm not scripted. I have no idea what the hell I'm going to say when I come to a call, but I just know you're going to get something out of it. So if you realize you don't have a lot of time in your life, you're going to love my program. But if you've got a lot of time in your life to waste, there's other great trainers out there that can show you how to go broke. All right. And that's not going to be me. So love you all in spirit. Thank you so much for coming to the call tonight. You guys are awesome. You gals are awesome. And have yourselves a wonderful evening. And I wish you nothing but the best in your journey called life. God bless. Have a great night.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye.